just to reflect a little bit on the executive session, pages do have to turn, and I think that there is some great opportunities.
Orleans 911 board members are moving forward with the new interim director after former director Tyrell Morris resigned. The meeting today originally set to decide Morris's fate and an internal investigation into allegations of altered public documents.
Yeah, but Morris resigned abruptly ahead of the date that was initially planned before that could even happen. WDSU investigative reporter Cassie Sherm is live in our studio with what happens next, Cassie.
Well, ladies, Carol Fasold is the IT director for OPCD. He'll be stepping in Morris's place as they search for a permanent director. Some board members say now is the time to look forward, while one board member says more needs to be addressed when it comes to Morris.
Make a motion to appoint Carl Fasold as the interim director. Into contract negotiations with him.
After an hour in executive session Tuesday morning, Orleans Parish Communication District board members chose the current IT director to take Tyrell Morris's place, at least for now.
That was the vast majority of the conversation, and ensuring that the new interim leader, Carl, has the tools necessary to move forward so that we can turn the page and transition into a brighter day.
A decision all board members agreed on.
He knows the technology. He knows the whole inner workings of the entire OPCD system. So yes, I think he has the skill set as well as the demeanor to move us to the next level.
I've worked for 4 previous executive directors, and I've learned from each one of them.
Carl Fasold, a member of the NOPD's reserve since 1983, came to OPCD in 2004. He went through Katrina and the rebuilding of the 911 systems afterwards.
I want to assure our citizens, our visitors, and our public safety partners that we, and all OPCD employees will continue to provide the best service possible. We have a fantastic team here. We'll continue to do our jobs, and no matter the distractions, we're going to do what we need to do and be there for our citizens and our visitors when they need us.
Tyrell Morris was not at Tuesday's meeting. Morris is at the center of an Office of Inspector General investigation into documents given to WDSU after he got into an accident in his government vehicle back in May. Metadata shows Morris was the last to modify the protocol 17 minutes after WDSU reached out asking questions. WDSU was first to report Morris was resigning. That original resignation date was set for September 15th, and that has now come 2 months early. City council members called for his immediate suspension, while Mayor LaToya Cantrell said he would stay on.
Tyrell Morris, director of OPCD, is a vital part of our public safety team, as has been demonstrated over the past 5 years as I've been mayor, and that's something that we will continue.
Now that Morris stepped down, the board says they will leave the investigation up to the OIG and move forward. But one member, Brobson Lutz, says more should be done.
I made a motion that legal and HR look into whether we can withhold the annual leave from Mr. Morris as possible a fine if the investigation does show indeed that he violated policy.
Lutz says Fasold is a good step forward to regain the community's trust.
The prior executive director has exited, and we have a new person on board that I believe has the total backing of everybody, all the employees.
But board chair John Thomas says that wasn't a problem to begin with.
I don't think there was a lack of public trust. The heroes under the headsets, they do their job day in and day out. They handle multiple calls that they get it right most of the time, and every now and again they have a blip, but we continue to work through that. It's humans that's working this, but yeah, I don't think there's a lack of public trust.
Now, the Association of Public Safety Communication Office will be the group who's going to help the board search for that next permanent director. And Fasold says he has no intentions for becoming the permanent director at this time.
All right, Cassie, thank you. WDSU was the first to break Morris's resignation, and we have been actively following this story. For all of our coverage and to learn how this investigation began, you can go online right now to WDSU.com and, of course, our free mobile app.